Good morning, good morning, good morning. I hope you're doing fine. Today is Sunday, April 26, 2026. I just dropped off my kids at their mother's house and I am headed to work. So today's journal entry video is going to be a stream of conscious dialogue with myself, just thinking through life, thinking through everything I've had going on and whatnot. I don't even know if I'll post it. I'm definitely gonna transcribe it and use it to put together a blog with Claude's help. So Claude, one of the instructions on this is to look for how we should use this video. Should it be complete transparency, or do you want to just summarize it, mold it into a blog and call it good? And I'm open to either. So there's been a lot on my mind lately. One thing I thought about calling this video is, am I climbing the right ladder? I absolutely love what I do at WinCo. I love my job. I think it is a ton of fun. I love the business model of WinCo, the ESOP portion, the way the benefits they offer to their employees. But their pay is so low, so I think it's $19.81 an hour, which, full transparency, almost half of that off the top goes to child support. So I'm essentially have about $1,000 a month. Now, again, my parents have been incredibly supportive and helpful through this time in my life and helping me rebuild. Without them, I would be absolutely screwed. So that's the only reason I can try to make WinCo work, is because of their help. But even with their help, it's not covering my bills. I'm barely keeping my head around the top of the water. It's not even above water. It's barely break even. I do a lot of budgeting. Every week I have this document I update, which has my schedule, all my assets, all my liabilities, my Excel budget that I look through and work through. It's got how I want my life insurance split up should I die, and then weekly updates. So I do that every Sunday. Part of this video is going to be doing that, which I really like. But when you're looking at the numbers in black and white, it's easy to see that I'm struggling. It's easy to see that it's a battle, and an uphill battle at that. So how and when do I decide if I'm making the right choices? How do I decide that, yes, I'm gonna stick it out at WinCo, making this little, and grow within the organization, which I've been applying for other jobs within WinCo. My dream job there is to be a buyer. I think being a buyer, sourcing the products, would be a lot of fun. And then so this week I talked to my boss, the store manager, about my social media plan for WinCo and how I would like to market it. He's going to get me in touch with the marketing department at corporate to hopefully have a conversation around it, which I think would be awesome. There's definitely potential, but will it move fast enough to truly get me back on my feet? Because I hate not being able to take care of myself. I hate the fact that I need help. I feel very blessed that I have help. I feel very blessed that my parents see what I'm doing with my career and are supportive of it. But that doesn't change the fact that I hate needing to ask for that help. So that's one thing I'm really thinking through is, should I take my skills somewhere else? Should I be looking at another venue, another company to grow with? And maybe it's not an ESOP, but at the end of the day, if right now I make like $35,000 a year, which is nothing. Especially when you consider almost half of it goes to child support. I'm at or below poverty level, I would argue. I don't know if that's true, that's just how I feel. But it is what it is. When I look at all that, if I went and found another job, if I went and got a $60,000 salary, my entire life would be different. I would be able to really start taking care of myself again. But right now I can't. Right now I'm struggling to keep my head above water. And it sucks. It's really painful. I feel like a failure. I know where I'm going, but the journey is not easy. I know what I'm trying to do, but the journey is not easy. So, that's one thing I've been thinking a lot about. Let's see. Another thing I've been thinking about is just dating in general. I am really good at settling. I am really good at being happy. Should I be? Should I be good at settling? Is that something I should work on? Because at the end of the day, a relationship, I would like to find a traditional wife who has her dreams and wants to support my dreams. Someone that I want to spend time with, who wants to spend time with me. I'm happy to be a stepfather. I think that would be a lot of fun. I would love the opportunity to mentor and help kids outside of the 3 that I already do, which I love. I love my kids. So that's something I've been thinking about, is just my relationship status, what I want out of a relationship, and do I really want a relationship? I do. Deep down, I 100% do. But life's so much easier without one. I'm making my own decisions. I go and do what I want when I want, within reason, of course, which is not a lot because my disposable income is non-existent, but that's what it is. I still have my freedom. So I've been thinking a lot about that lately. I've been thinking, should I look at a side job? Get into something. So one of the things I love about tying WinCo to what I'm doing with social media is I believe I can drive revenue and clients for WinCo across their entire organization through social media content. Not just drive them to my store, but to every WinCo store. And the more people we get coming into our stores, the more valuable the ESOP is. And I can do all of that for free. We're not talking about spending more on marketing. We're talking about organic reach, putting yourself out there, creating a following, and directing that following in a certain area. And so, if you go to my blog, justindcstevens.com, you can see how my life's all set up. My blog's my hub. All my social media platforms point back to my blog. Then my blog points to the company I work at. WinCo has such a large footprint that I'm able to really influence our clientele and push people into the stores, or I should be able to. It's almost been a week since I started up my content again, which I feel really good about that. I'm very proud of myself just for keeping going. I'm proud of myself for creating the content and putting it out there. I know long term I want to get into politics. My personal brand is going to be my platform, or what my platform is built on. And so to build a platform in politics, you need trust. And that's my whole strategy with this content. My whole strategy with what I do is I want to build trust for years and then be like, oh, by the way, I'm running for the Idaho House of Representatives. Would you vote for me? And then I can take the trust I've already built and redirect it to the political landscape. Do I know that it will work? No, I don't. Does it matter if it works or not? No, it doesn't. See, I think that's the important part of having a dream. A dream allows you to work towards a destination. It gives you a desired result. Whether you reach it or not is irrelevant. The important thing is having it. The important thing is trying. It's like with AHC, America's Holding Company. It's just a dream. Do I know that it will work? Nope. I believe it will. I believe I see things differently than other people, and that I'm going to make a huge difference in a lot of lives. But do I know it's foolproof? No, not at all. It's business. It's an idea. It could fail epically. I could fail epically. I could die a homeless bum. That's life. You might as well try while you have it. Because if you just live life according to everyone else's plan, yeah, you may have friends and people who support you, but do you support you? Your own support is one of the most important things you can have. So be sure you dream a dream and chase your dream. I know that's what I'm doing with my life. I have a dream and I'm chasing it. That dream involves business and politics and building a personal brand on social media. It involves creating content and showing people behind the scenes of what I'm doing and why I'm doing it. It involves being raw and real and not worrying about everything that life throws at you. That is life. Life is an adventure. It's not guaranteed, and that's the beautiful thing of it. That's the beautiful thing about America. It doesn't matter what station you were born into. You can become anything you want to become if you're willing to work for it, if you're willing to put in the years. I used to think success would come fast. I used to think success happened because I was successful at one time. It doesn't. Success, no matter what you're trying to do, takes years of practice. It takes years of trying and failing and adjusting. See, I am successful. Not to anyone else. But I'm successful to me. And that's what really counts. That's what's really powerful about life. You can be successful in your own eyes. You can go out there and you can make the difference you want to make. You can try the things you want to try. It is a free country. It is your choice what you try or don't try. Either way, that is life. So, it's just been on my mind a lot. Your definition of success is the most important definition you have. And most people have no idea what success looks like to them. To me, success is waking up each day, my feet hitting the floor, and me chasing my dreams, whatever those dreams may be. Because let's be real, if my current dreams don't work out and fail epically, I'm going to dream new dreams. I'm going to start over, because that is life, and I'm okay with that. I am okay with failing. I'm okay with my dreams not coming true and being proven that they can't work. If they are proven they won't work, great. At least I know. But until they're proven they won't work, I'm gonna chase them. Because I owe it to myself. They're my dreams. No one will chase your dreams for you. It is up to you. You must get up and actively fight for the life you want to create. That's what I do every day. That's what I do at WinCo. That's why I love WinCo. One of the reasons I picked WinCo is because it's an ESOP. I believe time is the currency that ties us all together. And the more people who own something, the safer that resource is, because those people want that resource to succeed. The bigger something is, the more people want it to succeed. So instead of starting from scratch, I'm starting at WinCo. They've got 20,000, I think it's 2,200, 22,000 employees currently. 22,000. So they have that many owners who want the company to succeed. It's a $10 billion company. I had no idea. That's amazing. With that many owners who are all dedicated to making it work because they want to. And so instead of starting from scratch, I'm starting from their experience. I'm learning as much as I can. And I'm documenting my journey along the way. Eventually I'd love it if they let me create user-generated content while I worked about what I do, how I do it, in the store, talking to coworkers, getting permission, and then talking to clients and customers, showing the day-to-day. I think we can tell a real story that will drive interest, drive attention, drive followers, and build the company. And then the more the company grows, the more employee owners we can accumulate. The more employee owners we accumulate, the more successful the company will be, the safer the company will be. And so that's part of my whole mission. That's part of my whole journey, is how do I make this happen? Well, I start inside an organization that's already doing parts of what I want to be doing, rather than starting from scratch. I can also start from scratch at the same time. The reason I do annual Christmas ornaments, Christmas only comes once a year. I didn't want to be busy all year long. I wanted a long period of time between launches. I wanted to make something that is simple to produce, reoccurring revenue that will drive year-over-year growth. It's all part of what I've designed. Again, I don't even know that it will work. But that's not the point. The point is I'm chasing my dreams. So I'd love to hear about your dreams. What dreams are you chasing? What are you trying to accomplish with your life? I have tons of goals. Eventually, I'd like to be on the board of directors at WinCo. That is, if I end up staying there. If I can afford to stay there. I don't know at this point in time if I can. That's just life. But as my life changes, so do my dreams. So in an ideal world, I'd be a buyer at WinCo. They'd let me document what I'm doing, document what I'm buying, share pictures, talk about release dates, talk about all that stuff, put it in front of our clients, customers. I'd become a board of directors member, helping make decisions for the entire ESOP on how we can better take care of our employees and how we can accumulate more employees. Because at the end of the day, I believe the bigger the organization is, the more employee owners we have, the safer all of it is for us. And the cool thing about WinCo is I'm an employee, I'm an owner, and I'm a client. I get all my groceries at WinCo. I get as much as I can at WinCo because I know I'm putting money into the machine that I have ownership in. To me, that's very important. And it shows that any organization can have this lifestyle cycle. They can have employees, owners, and customers in one person. It's their choice, which I think is really cool. So that's just something I've been thinking a lot about, is how does my life play out? And I don't know. I do not know how my life plays out, but I do know that I'm chasing my dreams. And that, in and of itself, is success to me. It is what I'm meant to do. Chase my dreams. Just like I hope you're chasing your dreams. It doesn't matter what your dreams are. Frankly, I hope you don't have as ambitious dreams as I do, because it's incredibly lonely having ambitious dreams, especially when you're starting out. People will not believe you, they won't listen to you, and that's just life. Until you've proven it, you shouldn't be believed. That's why I do my social media content the way I do it. I try to collapse time between taking the content, taking the picture, the video, whatever it is, and getting it posted. So right now I have a 1-day lag. In the evenings or the mornings, I post the content from the day before, or at least schedule it, to post that next day. So anything that happens today gets posted tomorrow. Well, a lot of people do what they call batch contenting, which is a totally different strategy. I'm sure it works, but you're not getting the real world experience. The real world changes as the world changes, as that person's world changes. So right now, you're getting my real world changes. You're getting my stream of conscious thinking on April 26, 2026. And who knows how it's going to change in a week, in a month, in a year. But that's the reason I create content the way I do, is to show you the journey of chasing a dream. The reason I dream the dreams I have, the reason I try and accomplish what I'm trying to accomplish, is because in training, you want to over-exaggerate. You want to show people the extreme, because most people aren't going to go to the extreme. They're going to meet you halfway. Well, if I barely, let's say my goal was to own a house, and you decide to meet me halfway, well, now you've set your goals very low, which is not bad. Just as a mentor and a trainer, I'm doing you a disservice when I could be showing you, hey, let's shoot for here. You shoot for here, and you end up owning your own business, buying a business, getting a really good corporate job. Who knows what it is? Whatever your dream is your dream. But push the limits. Don't settle for something that's easy. Something that you can do in the next year, 2 years. What you can do in the next year or 2 years is a great benchmark on a way to a much bigger goal. In my opinion. Everything I do is my personal opinion. I am not a spokesperson for WinCo. I am a spokesperson for Justin Stevens. That is it. So I'm going to wrap this up by just encouraging you to chase those dreams. Encouraging you to think about what life you want to live. What would, if you were to die, what would they write on your gravestone? Would you be happy with it? Because if you wouldn't, now's the time to change. Don't wait. Life is fleeting. So with that said, I hope you guys have a fantastic day. I've really enjoyed our conversation. Leave any questions or comments below. If you'd like to see my dreams unfold in real time, I'd ask you to follow, subscribe, like the video, share the video. Go follow me on your favorite platform. I try to spread out the platforms I'm on so that you don't have to come to me. I'm going to come to you. And I post the same content everywhere. At least the same pictures. The captions will change based on the platform. But I do that because I'm trying to reduce friction in building trust. So instead of saying, oh, I'm only on Facebook, if you're not actively on Facebook, you're not going to see what I'm doing. So I try to put what I'm doing on all the platforms. X, LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram.